How's it going, my fellow Titans? Hope y'all are having an amazing Monday, because I sure am. And if y'all haven't noticed, or if y'all have noticed, I am not in prehistoric Florida. That's because I worked on a second map, or a second park, because I wanted to try something new. Well, I say new, but this new prehistoric wildlife preserve is almost similar to prehistoric Florida, except some things have been moved around, like my wetlands dinosaurs are here, the pterosaurs are still in the same spot, the kentrosaurus and coelophysis are still in between the marine exhibits and the aviaries. Just some stuff has moved around, and as y'all can see, I have some ichthyosaurs, because I decided that they were accurate enough to be part of this new wildlife preserve. Got a family of 3 Chronosauruses. I got the Attenborosauruses. I got a single Megalodon, because I did research and it's believed that they are solitary predators, simply because of their lifestyle. I got the Homalocephales in here, the Concavenators here, the Cryolophosaurus is here, a family of 4. Yeah, family of 4. And as y'all can tell, I now have a biome that has snow in it, so I can now give Eutyrannus a snowy biome, or a snowy habitat. And Big Daddy right here is going to be hunting a goat. But this video is not about Eutyrannus. Oh, and I also made this little lake resort. And if y'all remember, in my last Jurassic World Evolution 2 video, I made a big mountain almost in the center of my park. I decided to do something similar, but not that not to that extreme height. I mean, definitely not like the mountain that you see in the background. I wanted to have as much space as possible for more accurate dinosaurs, or at least some more returning species, so I can showcase them all to you guys. And speaking of returning or new creatures, we got a returning dinosaur that I'm going to be showcasing to you guys right now. So, I'm pretty sure at first it was Kentrosaurus, then Dinochirus, then Majungasaurus, Cryolophosaurus, and now we got a brand new returning herbivore.
The Amargasaurus isn't the biggest sauropod around, or the best known. But you gotta love an underdog, right? Especially an underdog with such impressive spikes.
As y'all can see and heard from Mr. Finch, we have Amargasaurus returning to the game, or returning to the roster, and it is beautiful as ever. I mean, I wasn't like a huge fan of it in Evolution 2, but that's mainly because I haven't placed it around that often. And even though it has some inaccuracies, it still looks beautiful. And I love the new sexual dimorphism that they have going on here. So, as you can see, this is the female. They have shorter spines on their backs, or shorter spikes on the back of their necks. But the males, they have the large spikes that we've seen in Evolution 2. And I think the female is a little bit smaller than the male. No, they're around the same size. Yeah, they are. Aww, our first social interaction. It's just the only thing that's bigger on the male are those neck spikes. Now, Amargasaurus was found in the La Amarga Formation in Argentina, and it was one of the sauropods that existed in the early Cretaceous. Well, before it went extinct. But now we have it here in our prehistoric wildlife preserve, at least until we release it into the wild. Because here at Din's new prehistoric wildlife preserve, we want to create and release as many dinosaurs as we can in the wild, just to see how they can adapt. But as y'all saw, all across this wildlife preserve, we have our own little private collection of dinosaurs that we're taking such good care of. And the dinosaurs that are here, along with the pterosaurs and marine life, they are ambassadors to their species and their genus, to teach everyone about dinosaurs, how they lived, how they hunted, how they socialized, and how they just go about their daily lives in a world that they used to thrive in. Need more ground fiber. And you know what, I'll just add it over here just in case they want to explore. And, oh, and cover. It was probably cover before, but their sounds are beautiful as well. I'll have to say that. Or I can't speak. Their calls are beautiful. Just like any other sauropod, the calls they make are beautiful. I'll have to send a ranger team out to fix these. Now, they are one of the smallest sauropods, and definitely smaller than the Wildlife Preserve's very own Patagotitan. But it is still big compared to us. For some reason, I'm thinking of whales when I hear them. Alright, and let's see. I did not mean to put in slow-mo. Let's just see how they interact with their environment. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I didn't touch their genome because that's what I'm going to be doing with my showcase videos for dinosaurs that are either brand new to the roster in general, or just returning species, like Amargasaurus. And I haven't seen all the colors that you can give Amargasaurus. At least not yet. But, you know what? Or actually, I can just do it like this. Let's take a look at Amargasaurus, shall we? Here's some info about them. That it was first discovered in 1984. It was discovered in the La Amarga Formation, which, if it isn't obvious, I'm guessing that's how it got its name. And it lived in the early Cretaceous, around 120 to 130 million years ago. And there's some other sauropods and even Stegosaurus that it lived alongside with, like Amarga titanus, which never heard of that sauropod, and Zapalosaurus. Never heard of either of those sauropods. I definitely gotta start learning more and more about sauropods, more than I do as more commonly known dinosaur genus. But yeah, here's the female, short spines, but then here's the male, with larger spines running down the top of its head, which nowadays a lot of depictions of Amargasaurus has the spines covered in a layer of skin, making it look like a pair of sails and not like this. But I don't know if we have evidence of a sail-like structure or skin covering these spikes. But this look that we got for the neck, it's just as accurate as it is with a sail. And it isn't super accurate, like I said. Like, I think the neck is a little bit too robust, too big. And then there's, of course, the spines, or the spikes, whatever y'all want to call them, not being covered in skin to form a sail. But again, I'm not sure if we have evidence of that. But if any of you guys know, leave a comment down below. And I've noticed this, and I think I've read up about it when I was playing Evolution 2. It kind of looks a little chunky, or a little too fat. And it's also not displaying defensive behavior. But in its defense, all sauropods in this game are like easy pickings for carnivores, which is unfortunate. But I will, after this video, I will put this dinosaur into consideration, because it does have a high accuracy rating, especially from what I'm looking at online right now. But it's not perfect, but not all dinosaurs in this game are perfect. Like, Dino Guy, shout out to him, by the way, as always. He stated that the Tyrannus's torso is too short. Like, there's not much of a stomach going on. And then, of course, there's Coelophysis being featherless, but we just don't know if it was feathered or not. But like Dino Guy said in one of his recent videos, this is just as accurate as a feathered Coelophysis. But then there's also the Cryolophosaurus with osteoderms on the back of his head. It can definitely be seen in the babies. And also the fact that it does have exposed teeth. But then again, it's one of my favorite dinosaurs, and it still shows some accuracies even though it's not feathered. But it is what it is. But anyway, I'm not going to rant on about the accuracies and inaccuracies of Amargasaurus for too long, because it would bore y'all. We're now going to get into the colors that you can give the Amargasaurus. And, I always like seeing Amargasaurus with, like, a green color. Specifically this one. Because this one reminds me of the Evolution 2 Amargasaurus. Because, the base color of it was green. Oh, I like the black. I'm just gonna have it like this, because y'all can see the colors a lot better than... Well, I guess y'all can see it more like this. Okay. Oh, I see it. That one's a little bit more of a grayish blue. Okay, that's a beautiful combination of blue and orange. Got some browns, got some orange, and some white counter shading. That's cool. And then this lemon lime color. You know what? I'm gonna have these colors on just because it is the Evolution 2 Amargasaurus base colors. And it'll just show as the ambassador colors for Amargasaurus for now. And here are the pattern colors, which affects the stripe going along the side of the Amargasaurus, and I think down its spine. Yeah, down its spine and down the side of his body. And also the tip of its spikes, but... Okay, I guess it's noticeable when you see it like this. I think with the female, if I do decide to add this dinosaur as a permanent resident slash ambassador to the park, I might have the female like this. So there's that. Now let's take a look at the male. And as y'all know, the male animals in this game will have some completely different and flashy colors. I mean, some will look the same, like the Evolution 2 Amargasaurus green. And if they don't have different skin colors, then they sure as heck have different pattern colors. I like this one, mix of blue and orange. Got the blue on the side of his body and a little bit on his spine, on his back. And orange along his neck and on the top of his spikes. Ooh, got some brighter blue and some yellows and some greens. It shows this is orange. Oh wait, no, now I see the orange. All along his body, got some yellow on the spikes going into gray. Okay, I like this one. Black on the body, orange on the neck, and it has kind of brown fading into black. Ooh, yellows and blues going along the body. Kind of a reddish orange, I want to say, on its neck and on its spikes. Got some green and yellow for that. Save that. But yeah, that was all the colors of Amargasaurus. Now, we shall speed things up, so Mama here can lay her eggs. You know, a lot of you have definitely done this for Evolution 2, and I'm not gonna lie, I've done it myself. We got 2 eggs, and you know what? Sauropod eggs are usually round, so those are like oviraptor eggs, or predatory dinosaur eggs. Okay, that's better. Some actual sauropod eggs, but anyway. Back in Evolution 2, I know a lot of you guys have definitely tried to like pretend that y'all got a male and female Amargasaurus, but just have them with different colors. But the one thing that I tried to not pay attention to is the fact that you can't really tell, other than the colors, which one's the male and female. So that's where y'all's imagination came in, or that's where our imagination came in. Oh, and sauropod nests are like this from what I've seen. They like to bury their eggs. But I do love the sexual dimorphism in the dinosaurs. Like, the Amargasaurs, the males got larger spikes or spines than the females. The Utah Raptors are more bulky, specifically around the neck for the males. The ones that have feathers, they either got bulkier features or they got larger feathers, or some with spikes, or yeah, or some that has spikes. They have larger spikes on their bodies compared to their female counterparts. And of course, the males all have flashy colors. And here we go. Aww, baby Amargasaurs. Look at those tiny spines. Look at those little spikes. They look like little cactuses. Well, their necks look like little cactuses. Oh, that's so adorable. Wow. Oh, you're glitching into Daddy right now. Oh, and there's a social interaction between son and mother. Okay, and this one's the daughter. First hatched daughter. And with the juveniles, I do love how they have stubbier proportions than the adults. I'm probably going to say that for every video I do showcasing new or returning species. Aww. She's a daddy's girl. But yeah, now... Oh, wrong thing. Now, let's take a look at all the colors for the babies. Ooh, that's a nice deserty color. Oh, that Sonoran Desert. Here's Death Valley. It's also a nice sandy color. Great Sandy Desert. Okay, that is a lemon on feet. That's a spiky lemon. There's that. There's the traditional Amargasaurus green. Limpopo. Quillian Mountains. Yukon River. Svalbard. I'm probably butchering that wrong. Amazon rainforest. Mangrove forest. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I was reading that right. That's like a fiery color. I like that. And then the Gambia River Basin. That is, seriously, that is a lemon lime right there. That's a spiky little lemon lime. But yeah, all in all, Amargasaurus is definitely an amazing dinosaur, and if I remember to do it, I'll put it down in the comments if if I decide to actually keep Amargasaurus in the wildlife preserve. But if I don't leave a comment on this video saying that I did, don't think it immediately as I decided not to include this guy, and just consider the fact that I might have forgotten to do it. But that is going to wrap up today's video of Jurassic World's returning creatures. And you guys let me know in the comments if you guys are happy that Amargasaurus made its grand and spiny return into the roster. Or let me know in the comments if you guys wish that they've done another returning, or another creature from the old roster in place of Amargasaurus. But with all that being said, thank you all for watching, and adios, and I'll see y'all in the next video.